All right. Hello, everyone. This is Greg Dixon here for the Note Center. We're talking with Dr. Ivan Terrero, the Note Doctor, and we're going to talk about the risks of mortgage note investing. So, what are the main risks?
Well, mortgage note investing, like anything, has its risks. While it can be a great way to diversify your investments and generate a regular income, nothing is without risk. Because there are so many investment strategies for investing in notes, the level of risk you will take will ultimately be defined by the type of note that you purchase and what your intent is to achieve with it. Okay. The risk can be a spectrum. Okay, at the lowest risk, the highest value are performing notes with the first position lien, meaning that you are in first position. You are you are generating the note, or you're buying the bank from the note. You have a good borrower and solid collateral. At the opposite end of the spectrum, at the extreme, is the non-performing notes in the second position. This is with questionable borrowers and issues with the collateral and or the value of the title. So there are various positions in notes. It could be first position as a mortgage. The second position is usually a HELOC, and those carries different risks. Okay, the first risk that we have to look for is the borrower quality, the credit risk. So we need to understand the ability of our borrower to meet our loan repayments, and this is fundamental to underwriting a note investment. Okay. So when a note is secured against an owner-occupied property, we have to obtain a credit score. So that's the first step. A score of 600 or more is the starting point of credit worthiness. So we also have to find out what their debt to income ratio is. Okay. So we also need to find out where they work, if they're married or they have a partner that works. Also, this way it helps us evaluate the borrower. Okay, so that's the first thing that we have to do. The second thing is the property. We want to invest in stable neighborhoods that are either increasing in value or have not decreased in value. One way that we look for neighborhoods is that we see that there's a higher proportion of owners in that neighborhood. Okay. So we also need to find out if the property per se is in good condition. We don't want to invest in a property that is not in good condition. So we would need to have an appraisal by a real estate agent or a broker, or use some type of online tool such as Zillow to look at the value of other houses in the area. Okay. So we have to also look at the condition of the title of the property. So if the property has liens against it, that is a no-no for us. So those are the things that we need to look out for in note investing.
Yes, so that's you need to do your due diligence and make sure you know what you're getting into.
Right. That's part of exactly the due diligence. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we also need to find out, again, like I said about the lien, is that we need to find out if there is a clear title to the property.
Yes. So I think you have to prepare. You hope everything goes well, but if it doesn't go well and it goes to foreclosure, you want to know what the value of the property is and what you're looking at, how complex that's going to be. Is that a fair understanding?
That's a fair understanding. Also, what we also invest in properties in states that are non-judicial, because those states tend to be investor friendly. If you invest in states that are judicial, it will take a long time to foreclose on the property if that's what you want to do.
I think one time you sent a link to a case in Long Island where it took 20 years.
Exactly. In Long Island, New York, the long story short is that they sold the house to a buyer. They made one payment in 20 years, and they went through the whole legal system to avoid being evicted from the house. and as of last year, December 2023, they were still in the house.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So you outlined many ways of reducing the risk. Do you have any advice to somebody who's kind of new to investing in notes? Would you stay away from the more risky ones, or what would you think?
My advice to someone who's a newbie is to invest in first position notes and not to go too deep into the weeds into second position or non-performing notes. Because if you're looking for cash flow and a possible early payment, the first position note investing is the best way to get your feet wet. And if someone wants to learn more about second position and non-performing notes, they can reach out to me and we can guide them through that process.
That's great. So do you have something for someone who doesn't really want to learn about the intricacies of note investing and simply be an investor for a guaranteed result? Do you work with people in that way?
Oh, yes, we definitely work with people that way. Of course, not everybody wants to learn the ins and outs of note investing. If someone is interested in learning about becoming a passive investor, we have notes for sale that offer returns, minimum returns at 8%. And we service the loans also. And we also have a guarantee. If the borrower defaults on the loan, we will buy back the loan and return your money back, no questions asked.
Okay, so that's safe mailbox money.
Exactly.
So you take on all of the legwork and the challenges and the risk, and the investor is just guaranteed your 8% or whatever you're offering.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, sounds like a pretty good deal.
I think it is.
Yeah. So is there anything else? Any other comments you want to make at this point?
You can reach out to my website. It's www.thenotedoctor.com. You can look around there, and there's a form if you're looking for more information. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
That's great. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Ivan.
Good. Bye.